Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Henning Pauli and today we're looking at the Redseven amplification Numero Uno. It's one channel, so they cleverly called it Numero Uno. The story of this amp is it's a big-ass amp. That's the story of the amp. No, there's I was going to say Canadian, but that's different. Australian. I mean, slight difference between Canada and Australia. I mean, a tiny little bit of a difference. Culturally, geographically. So there's an Australian guitar player, a blues man, called, I'm going to say, Stefan Hauck. Stefan Hauck, probably of German descent somehow, because that sounds very German. Stefan Hauck, who can play the blues. And he met the lovely people from Redseven in Italy last year, and they fell in love with each other, and they got married, and they have beautiful children. No, they liked each other, and he loved the amps, and they immediately sent him with a prototype on tour. And he doesn't need a lot. And this clearly is an amp designed for the live performance, as the negatives of it will point out. The positives are, holy crap, is it good from the very first note that you play. This is a incredibly beautiful, clean, high headroom amp with the ability to drive and boost and get you rock sounds, but it is not a high gain beast. It is a one-channel amp where you boost a bit, put a drive in front of it, and play with your volume, and that's it. As always, we'll take it out of the box before we do anything else, and here we go. So, it's pretty straightforward. It's one channel with gain, bass, middle, treble, volume, presence, and depth. As the front panel will show you, there's really nothing clever about this amp. The guitar goes in here, which is kind of weird, because you got on-off, standby, a very bright white light. Don't go into the light! And then, why is the guitar here? I mean, shouldn't that be on the left of it, all the way out, or all the way over there? It's a weird position, especially if you're using a big-ass Sommer cable like I am with the big angle. Okay, furthermore, in the back, we have all the thingies for the cabs. I don't think I've got serial number 1, but I think that just means Numero Uno, written there by probably Stefan, who probably signed it right there. Then we've got a foot switch input, a secondary gain. It's a little bit annoying that that is in the back, but probably always in whatever position he has it. And that is switchable, so that makes it not really a 2-channel amp, but switchable to another gain stage or gain setting. We got a send and return loop, and that's it. You plug in the power. That's the back. As Leslie rightfully pointed out, in the back is the beautiful line, whatever, but honestly, do not put your finger there, because right now, first of all, it gets hot, and secondly, that's very, very dangerous. Do not let your kids play with this amp, because this line or whatever it is will bite. Also, I'm feeling the heat, because this has KT, I'm gonna say 88s, big tubes. We want the headroom. 100 watts. It's not light, it's deep, in this direction. It's a behemoth of an amp. Oh, we got a big camera. So, let's get some product shots so you see all the stuff again and some beautiful sounds. Here we go. There you have it. So, on to my first couple of steps with this. Had a song written by Suno, and then changed loads of it, changed the lyrics and things like this. I wanted all the Australian stereotypes and something about a blues player in a blues style. And then I replaced everything but the vocals with my own drums, guitar, bass, whatever, and had fun in that territory. Now, again, to the ones that haven't followed the AI discussion on my channel, this is not a song, this is not a here's beautiful music, this is not here's a piece of art I created. That was a playground for me to play with the amp and get to learn it, get to see how it behaves in a studio session and how I get on with it. And I did not use any drive pedals. The only thing I used for some cleans was a Univibe from Drybell and the Vibe Machine V3, and that was it. So everything you hear is the amp pretty much without anything into the aux with a 412 Greenback loaded cab. And you can say I'm an asshole for using AI, but for me it's not about music, it's about having something to get to learn how this behaves in a studio situation without bringing in, many musicians, because I am the musicians. So that's what it is. And here's that song.
Street. Tried to surf a rip at Bondi on a $5 Kmart board. Got dark, lost his son is now he swears at the ocean lord. Stefan's got the blues, too much red dust in his shoes. Can't throw a snag on a Barbie ride, burns him black every Saturday night. Yeah, Stefan's got the blues. Wrong team to choose. Wrong team to choose. But we love him when he screws it up. Raise your glass, fill his busted cup. Top and tights. Yeah, now
Okay, we covered what all that stuff is. Front, back, all that. Let's talk setup. Shabbat, I want to say links. I can never, yeah, it's not the line, it's the links. Has my logo on it. That's the links. HSS makes total sense for this video. Going through my pedal board on the floor, which we just spent an hour trying to light correctly. Not happening. We have that foot switch on the floor that comes with the amp. Going into the amp, going into this coffee custom cabs. They're back in business, boys and girls. Get your coffee custom cab. These are beautiful. Absolutely, they make lightweight ones now as well. That's being mic'd with a Sennheiser MK41 compact and an AEA N22 ribbon. Phase aligned in the right positions. And in the room, we have an N28 Numero, which is the same as the N22, but stereo. So we're micing the room with a stereo ribbon. That all phase aligned gets us a very, very realistic sound in the room. As you can see in the back, I have a Fryette power station there because this is a 100-watt amp. I do not want to kill myself. So I'm loading it down with that. And then with its built-in tube power amp, it is going into the cab. It will sound the way that the amp sounds, but I cannot have a 100-watt amp at 12 o'clock in the room here. And we do want the power amp tubes to do a bit of work and not at, like, you know, the lowest setting. So without anything on and gain at about 10 here, got the mids in, got everything centered. We're at 11 o'clock, which without the power station would kill me. Here we go. It's spanky, it's articulate, it's right there. It's super fun to play, and it has the right amount of top end, but also warmidity or warmness. Those are not words. It's beautifully balanced, and I immediately from the first note fell in love with it. I'm going to turn on the starlight here for a bit of delay. Then we go in an in-between position to get this. I'm completely in love with the cleans. I'm actually in love with everything. Subtle adjustments, absolutely there. That's more high mids, and actually that's why it was there before, because I like that spank that it gives me. So those mids aren't to make it creamy and singy. That would be around 600, 800 hertz. That's definitely more around 1K or a little bit more. And that gives you attack and spank. You can really tame the top end. If we really want it up there, wow. Depth really gives you the roundness coming from the power amp section. A kick in the tube screamer. Now, once the amp is actually on edge of breakup, that tube screamer can really push it over the cliff. Let's put in the Brothers, which of course is a king of tone kind of a thing. Very bitey there, but actually you don't need any of this. The amp has gain on tap. This is a Strat player's absolute wet dream amp, period. So if you add that stage right there, right? I can hit the G2 on the foot switch right here. And that will get me to the setting that's in the back of the amp, right there. So that's kind of a secondary gain. So if I'm here, however, my issue is the amp doesn't tell you, there's no light, the foot switch doesn't tell you. Now, Stefan might be okay with that, and he hears it and that's all good. I am not okay with that. That's bullshit. I need some kind of visual feedback of where the amp currently is, because if Stefan walks up on stage and someone flipped that, some roadie or whatever, he has no idea what the next note will be before he hits the guitar. And a professional always knows what the immediate future will bring, meaning before I hit the guitar, I want to know what sound happens. So why doesn't the foot switch have a light? I understand then the foot switch would have to have a battery or something like this, but give it one. Why doesn't the amp have an extra little red light, green light, whatever, Squid Game bullshit? You know, it needs that. Same thing goes for the boost. So there's a boost function on the foot switch right here, that plus, no light showing you, and also that cannot be selected on the actual amp. So if you're using this like I will in a studio situation, oh, by the way, I asked them not to pay me, but do the amp in trade. The deal was I get paid for the video, the amp goes back, and I fell in love with it so much that I said, could we do a different deal? Because I want this thing to stay here. So there is no boost function on the front of the amp. If you're in a studio situation, you will always have to have the foot switch connected to access the boost. I don't like that. I think a foot switch is great for stage, but I don't want a foot switch to have any functionality in a studio situation that the amp doesn't have. So I understand it's a signature amp, I understand it's for live performance, but no lights for the functions and no actual switch to quickly go boost, no boost. Come on. I understand Stefan doesn't need it, I do. So let's check out that boost. Now I kicked in the secondary gain from the back, which means full gain, and this is all the gain that's there. So yeah, there's a lot of rock and roll in there. It's not just a clean amp with a lot of headroom. And whatever you do, it's there immediately. The attack is there. It feels chunky. It feels does it chug? It chugs big time, chug, as people say. It's a fantastic high-end amp. If those are the sounds you're looking for, if you want rock, 80s metal maybe even, and definitely anything in the blues category, it really delivers. Now for a handmade amp from Italy by nice people for a good player, this clocks in at about 2,500 euro, which is, I would say, very fair for what you're getting. It's a 100-watt head. You're gonna have to like the looks. Leslie says she doesn't like the look, but Stefan likes it, so that's fine because it's a signature amp. It absolutely delivers stunning tones, and especially the cleans are incredibly fun. And just with your pick attack, you bring it to the edge of breakup and then you pull it back, and it's very, very, very dynamic. I absolutely love playing this thing. That's it. That's what I gotta say. Simple amp, but really good. And that's new for NAMM 26. I'm out. That's it. I'll put links below, and we put animals at the end as always.